All right. Pink Lady. Good now. Now's a good apple right now. Tart, crisp. My name is Chris Delfino. I'm one of the owners of my 4 adult children of Delfino Farms, and we're standing at Edio Vineyard, named after my father. And my father is one of the 4 founders of Apple Hill back in 1964, and I take a lot of pride that I am president of Apple Hill Association. My dad, and he came as at commission, one of the youngest ones in his early 30s, and there was a terrible disease that hit in the late 50s called pear decline. This area was solid pears, this in Placer County, El Dorado County, Placer, and what happened, it wiped out hundreds of acres overnight. And so they had to do something before the developers come up here and made this nothing but houses right above Sacramento, and they were trying to do that. My dad had an idea with other people, the other farmers, hey, let's start something here. Let's start here. They found down in Oakland, down in LA, that there were farms out there at that time that were doing individually together, but they had their own individual farms. So they copied that and they came up with the name Apple Hill in 1964. And they wanted just a few thousand people to come up, and every farm was different, but they were all united on what their belief was. And they wanted 3,000, they got 7,000. Then the next year they wanted 8, they got 16. And now over 1 million people come up here between June, when the stone fruit is ready, the berries and the lavender, and all the way until Christmas, when the Christmas trees are here. So we're really excited now. We have 7 wineries, and we are standing on one right now, and named after my father. And so it was a love affair growing up. Starts out with the lavender and the berries in June. We have incredible lavender, and we have berries, and we have lots of great stone fruit. And it starts in June, and then it starts building up. As we get into August, we get the early apples. We get the Honeycrisp, the Gala, with the McIntosh, those ones that people love early. And then it keeps going on to the Goldens, and then the middle apples, and we're picking all the way until November, when we pick the Pink Lady and the Arkansas Black and the Wine Sap, the last apples. And people love that. They like to see where the apple comes from. They can see the tree it was picked from, and they love to know that. And we're picking the grapes at the same time. So it's a very crazy time for a farmer between late August and November. They want to just kind of get that touch of a country and enjoying the breathe of this beautiful air, and they want to know that, hey, that pie's being made right there in front of me, not shipped in from somewhere. And those apples were picked on those trees right down below there. And this wine I'm drinking is literally below the deck, and they bring their family here. They get to roll down that lawn behind me, their kids, and they get just to enjoy that time where they kind of forget all this craziness going on in this world. What they do, they pick them and they put them in these bins that hold about 1,000 to 1,500 apples. And these apples were just picked, so people can go through and sort through the ones they want and put them in their bags or boxes and get the ones, a variety that they like. But it's their choice of an apple that was picked just recently. This soil is some of the greatest soil on the face of the earth. And because our climate change, we get all 4 seasons here. We'll get cooler nights. We get the advantage, like the grape farmers get the advantages, and their Napa gets that fog that comes in, and then they get the warm afternoons and they get cold winters. We get really cold winters, which is really good for the apples and the grapes and the stone fruit trees, and then we get some cool nights, and so it makes a high quality of fruit. People like that too. They want a good tasting wine, they want a good tasting pie, they want a good tasting apple, they want a good tasting berry, and they're going to get it here. The farmers, 50 farmers, by the way, from small ones that are just a little stand to giant ones, and we all unite together to create the Apple Hill Association. When I find out the average age of a farmer is something like 60, that scares me to death. Because if we lose a farmer, it's over, all right? I go, so the youth has to learn this too, and grab the new technology. Believe in the new technology of the youth to make things even more sustainable, but learn from the older people that have done the farming and embrace farming and love farming, and you'll do good.